Hey guys, it's me Sujoy over here. Back with another video. On this video, I'm going to be talking about why I keep on getting sick a lot here in Vietnam. Um, I'm still recovering from my cold and my nasty cough, and for the past few nights, I've not been able to sleep well, and especially last night, I just had this just nasty cough, and just fucking coughing around and having a lot of vitamin C and all that. It really gets on to you. Like my lifestyle is, I'm a more active person. Evening times I like to do my workouts from home. I never go to gym actually. I do, a lot of high intensity workout from home. No matter where I stay, if I stay in Thailand or any other part of Southeast Asia, I always do my workouts, from home or from a hotel. So yeah, that's kind of this the cold and cough, like it's kind of interfered with my workouts, and just feeling a bit. I mean, I don't have a running nose and all that, but I just got this nasty cough, and I'm not able to feel my voice 100%. And last evening, I had a terrible ear pain on my left ear because I cough. I was like coughing like fucking violently and all that. And I'm just sticking on with homemade honey. It's from the countryside, and also I'm using a bit of lemon. So, so what I do is I put a bit of I warm up water, and then I pour it on a cup, and then I mix up one tablespoon of honey, and I cut half lime and mix it, and I have it. So just try to get rid of this fucking cough, because it's kind of really irritating, and just like it really gets on to me, like sweating a lot, the night sweats and all that. It's just terrible. I mean, especially if you're teaching English over here in Vietnam, it's quite common to catch a cold. I remember, like, because I used to teach English here in Vietnam for 3.5 years in public schools. And if you're teaching at public schools and you're using the chalk and the blackboard and all that, usually English teachers, they, they tend to fall sick quite frequently. Of course, like in one classroom, you have so many students and all that. So, of course, the classroom environment and all that, sometimes, the freaking fan is not working, or, um, it's less ventilated and all that. And of course, the biggest problem which I have over here is the air pollution here in Vietnam. Because like if you go to Ho Chi Minh City, the air is not very clean. It gets very, I mean, it's really polluted, during the daytime, afternoon time. Hanoi was worst because Hanoi was extremely polluted, and I remember like I was just flat out bed sick in Hanoi for 2 weeks. I mean, I couldn't even fucking get up from my bed because I had that nasty cough, and it was not a good experience altogether. And I tried a lot of remedies and all those kind of things. So I'm just going to be talking about if you're planning to come to Vietnam, and like if you have a sensitive lung, and because the air pollution level over here in Vietnam is unfortunately quite high. So chances are you may be landing up with some cold, flu, cough. So make sure to get your Tylenol, your Panadols, your Zynex, and all the medications and all that. Keep it with you, or if you're coming from, say if you're coming from any other part of the world or something, just make sure you get your home medicines, packed up and come over here to Vietnam. My personal experience over here, visiting pharmacies out here in Vietnam, I'm pretty impressed that the medicines which they make up for you, like they make these cocktail of medicines and all that. When usually when I fall sick, I go to them. I just tell them, look, I got a bad cough. So they just make up these cocktail of these little colorful medicines, and they just tell you take this in the morning, after breakfast, after lunch, after dinner. So yeah, I mean that kind of helps. So that way, I'm very impressed with the pharmacy shops here in Vietnam. So if you're having a cold or a cough, and say you're not having the adequate supply of medicines which you got from your home country, when you're coming over here to Vietnam for visiting, for travel, make sure you go to those pharmacy shops, and they'll make the medicines for you, and that kind of helps. Yeah, so I'm still recovering from my nasty cough. So yeah, I mean, like I keep on falling a lot. I keep on falling sick quite frequently here in Vietnam. Because I've been living here for 5 years, and like cold and cough, yes, and also food poisoning. You got to be careful when you're eating street foods. The other day I wanted to eat a banh mi, and she had kept the meat outside, and a lot of flies were moving around and all that. So you got to be a bit careful when you're having street food over here in Vietnam. Just be mindful of that, and also make sure to get your if you shouldn't land up with any loose motion or stomach ache. So make sure you get your laxatives, and your the required medicines, so that you don't land up having some kind of diarrhea and all that. So so you got to be a bit mindful of that. I mean, unlike in Thailand, where I know that street food is quite hygienic, and I've never felt sick after eating street foods in Thailand, because I've traveled there so many times. They pack it nicely and all that. So, and so you got to be a bit careful over here when you're having street foods over here in Vietnam. But apart from that, most of the time I fall sick because of the because of the air pollution level, and so I have a sensitive health, and sometimes I may, I mean, the last thing I want is landing up with some chronic bronchitis problem and all that. So yeah, so make sure, if you're having a sensitive health, mask up, okay, mask up and move around. Coronavirus, is not officially over yet. So you never know when that's going to hit back over here in Vietnam. So I've heard of some new strain of coronavirus hitting across in some other parts of the world. So it's always better to mask up. I mean, I always wear my mask. If I'm going to be commuting on a motorbike, I don't want to take that risk of getting sick. So just make sure get your home medicines, and hopefully I'll be able to get my voice back by within the next few days, within the next 2 days. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating, and like, especially if you're going to be an English teacher, or if you're an English teacher over here, uh, you know, um, you you have to be a bit careful, because like I said, most of the time, teachers, they keep on getting sick a lot because of the classroom conditions and all those kind of things. So yeah, so that's all I got to say. I'm still recovering, and so yeah, so I hope you guys liked watching this video. I'm still not 100%, so forgive me. I'm trying my best to, trying my best to upload YouTube videos each and every day. So if you like watching this video, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you're traveling around in Southeast Asia and you want to start a successful automated online business, make sure to check the link down in the description below. It's a free webinar access invite for you to join this, for you to join this exclusive webinar masterclass. It's free to join. So I recommend you should do that. So I'll keep a link down in the description below. So yeah, I mean, I wish you guys, a healthy life, and I hope I get well soon. All right, so peace out.